Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ideanthro. Now today, we're going to be taking a look at another species that we sometimes find in bioretention systems. At the moment, this one's a little bit less common than some of the others that we've looked at, but we do still see them pop up every now and again. And the species that we're looking at are Casuarina trees. There's a few different types of Casuarinas that you have come up, but we're going to just talk more generally about them today. So, in this instance, we're at a bioretention basin, and these Casuarinas weren't planted, but they've come up from seed over time, because this system's about 10 years old. It's got good filter media, the plants like growing in it, so the trees have been able to come up on their own. You can tell Casuarinas, most distinctively, actually, by these pine needles that you find on them there. So you can see we've got a range of different size trees in this particular basin, but it's these pine needles that will give you a good indication that you're looking at a Casuarina. They've also, you'll often find a small little, a nut of sorts growing off the branches. I couldn't find any on these today. I don't think it's the right time of year, but you will often find those. And the other thing to look out for if you think you've got Casuarinas is they'll often find a thick layer of these pine needles on the ground underneath them. They drop a lot of their leaves down, and you'll find them sitting on the ground underneath them. Now, Casuarinas are interesting in a bioretention context because they will pop up, they will grow in these systems, and I have no problem with them being in here. But the leaf litter is an interesting one. Casuarinas are renowned for being what's called allelopathic, and that effectively means that other plants often don't like growing underneath them. Now, I've read a bunch of literature about Casuarinas. To me, it's not exactly clear why this happens underneath them, whether perhaps they secrete something from the roots, whether it's just the heavy drop of the leaf litter on the ground, whether there's actually something that leaches out of the leaf litter. That was never clear to me. But what is clear is that some species will have a hard time growing underneath Casuarinas. So in some respects that can be good, right? Because the leaf litter can help to suppress weeds and that sort of thing. But you could find that if you've got a species that doesn't like growing underneath them and some pop up, that it might have a hard time, and you might see the species underneath transition and change over time. Now, I've been visiting this system for ages, and it's been really stable for years. It's got these grasses and sedges and the like growing underneath, and they seem to be doing just fine. They're not covering the system entirely, but there's more than enough for this system to be keeping draining nicely, to be functioning well, and there's very few weeds in here. So this system's doing quite well, and I think these Casuarinas are a lovely addition to it. Cool. That's it for this episode talking about Casuarinas in bioretention systems. If you want to see more of our episodes, more of our content, know more about what we're doing at Ideanthro, you can go to our website, which is www.ideanthro.com. You can also find us on Facebook and on YouTube. Cool, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.